Hello everybody, this is Vivian and July the 2nd. This is my reflection number 5 and it's discussing the presentation given by Dr. Ebba Ossiannilsson behind the MOOCs, which was presented on June the 4th, 2014. And this was a recording since there was a conflict of schedule for me and I couldn't attend. Dr. Ossiannilsson is very passionate about open education and practicing sharing and caring. This is an educational model that is significantly different from the hierarchical or linear education that most of us were a part of during our formal education years. The turning point in this scenario has been the onset of the digital revolution. And the presenter pointed out that the European Commission has claimed that Europe needs to be more competitive in education and in the labor market, and wants to see the revolution of digital technology brought into education. The presenter provides us with a brief overview of the benefits of MOOCs, otherwise known as massive open online courses, and points out where there is room for improvement. MOOCs have brought about many consequences, and one of them is a new word, globalization, which means organizing education at a local, national, and international level. Let me preface this reflection by saying that the conversation in the chat became progressively livelier as a growing number of questions were asked regarding the traditional hierarchical teaching and learning paradigm versus that of the multifaceted MOOCs. One question I contemplated was how long it would be before the hierarchical system disappeared from our Western and/or global educational system entirely, or would it? The presenter says we have to have a different attitude towards education. Certain areas of the world are more prone to holding on to the traditional teaching and learning paradigm, and this was indicated in the chat. Countries such as Italy don't have a reliable internet system, so one wonders if the problem is more technological rather than a reluctance to move into the digital world. The content relates to us both as teachers and learners. MOOCs are primarily taken by students who already have a degree, and today anyone can learn anywhere and on any device. As a result, there is an urgency to create new policies about certification, research, and business models, just to name a few. Conferences such as eMOOC provide a welcome and much needed venue for these conversations to take place. As I watched the presentation, I found that I was in agreement with the presenter who pointed out the benefits of MOOCs. More people are being exposed to higher level education than ever before. So in spite of the large dropout rate, those who are completing the MOOCs still reflect success, since this would have never happened within the traditional learning environment. Dr. Ossiannilsson's pragmatic answer was, quote, many MOOCs are like an appetizer for education, end quote. As I watched the presentation, I felt quite inspired by the educational opportunities these MOOCs provide. They are free for the most part and help to create a nice balance in universities where many are closing down due to a reduced student enrollment. So many students are opting not to attend colleges in the U.S., especially due to high tuition fees that take them decades to pay back. They are also questioning their employability upon graduation. It would seem to me that opportunity MOOCs provide for students to pave their own path makes a lot more sense than clinging on to a white elephant. One of the disadvantages of the MOOCs is that they are not following the WAI standard. This means that they are not made readily accessible for those who are physically challenged. The presenter did say that this shortcoming needs to be addressed. The learning analytics that are built into the MOOCs represents a useful tool for tracking the students' learning patterns of success or failure, as well as how to design courses. This will help course designers to improve the course so more people will take MOOCs for credits. But we do need to keep in mind the ethical aspects of this because their learning engagement is tracked, and that really is confidential information. It is very important for the educator to teach in the digital milieu. The pedagogy and andragogy that they applied in the traditional classroom needs to be transferred to the new learning and teaching modality. Educators need to help their students apply digital literacy. Learning is a lifelong enterprise. University lecturers have not been trained in learning how to educate. They just lecture. They are not experts in either pedagogy or andragogy. They need to learn how to teach so that learning takes place. They need to teach the learners how to take responsibility for what they learn. Digital literacy is the ability to critically analyze online information and to engage in constructive social networking, to name a few. Steps towards resolving this challenge could include educators working together in teams to brainstorm for solutions. This is what the presenter suggested. I would like to learn more about MOOCs, and the best way is to take as many as I can and make note of my observations. I would also like to use more mobile devices other than my laptop. The phone and iPad are the preferred devices used by students, and I would like to become adept at using these devices as well. The presenter stated that half the students in Europe are using mobile devices for learning. The presenter also stated that students need to learn to network in the post-traditional higher online system of education and make their own portfolio. How do we teach networking to students? Okay, and this is my reflection number 5. So I'm going to go ahead and just pause this. We're going to go to my dashboard for my blog. Just one moment. So this is my dashboard for my blog. So I'm going to go ahead and put these titles in, and as usual I'm going to have to tidy it up later on. I'll find an image that I'm going to put in here as well and make it SEO. But right now I'm just going to put that in here, and we're going to save this, publish. And then we'll view our post. And here it is. So there's my post. And thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.